Hi, this is Dave Marshall for Art of the Comic Book, and today we're going to have a quick lesson on how to use the Ames lettering guide. Um, it's a traditional tool for comic book lettering, certainly for American comics for the last 100 years or so, and internationally as well, just, different sizes and different settings. So anyway, this is the guide. And all it is a round little device with a series of numbers that if you change the rotation in the wheel, the height actually gets bigger. If you do it like that, that's as tall as it can go. And if you do something crazy like this, then they're exactly horizontal. And if you look at these three columns here, these are ratios. So the one in the middle is even spaced. The one on the right, or I guess the top if you rotate it this way, sure, why not? So the one on the top is 3/5. The one in the middle is even spaced. And the one on the bottom is 2/3. That's the ratio we're going to be using for this class. And on the bottom here is a little tick mark, and there are some size registration numbers. So for our purposes, what you want to do is put it between the 3 and the 4, kind of in the middle. I mean, between the numbers, there's really not a lot of precision involved. So there you go. We're going to use 2/3, and our mark is between the 4 and the 3. So here's a blank piece of paper. You can see on top there's some lettering there already. I'm just going to start a new row of guides. So I've got my main line, which is kind of a fancy T-square, and I'm just going to draw some lines. So I'll start with the very top row. This is just a spacer, so it's top, bottom, space, top, bottom, space, top, bottom. Now in the middle is an area for X heights. That's like lowercase letters. We're not going to be doing that for comic books, certainly not for the first assignment. So anyway, so place a pencil in the very top hole, and then just drag either left to right or right to left, whatever your preference is. So 1, 2, actually that's the second row, third row top, third row bottom. So now we've got three rows ready for us to work on. And if we want to do more rows, that's when we slide down, put the margin right where you've drawn your last line, margin top, and then start again at row top. So row, bottom, row, bottom, row, bottom. And I'll do one more just because I'm sort of feeling it. So row, bottom, row top, row bottom, row top, row bottom. And the beautiful thing is that the 2/3, 3.5 scale, that's just for dialogue that goes in word balloons. That's kind of your default. You can experiment with different heights for different applications. Say you want to do, well, maybe a sound effect was a little too wild to be in a single row, but display lettering like headlines, shouty bits. Then, well, for a shouty bit, you can always make it some combination. Shout. Hey. You are yelling. Okay, so you can do that. And if your lettering is bigger than normal, then you can experiment with different nibs. But we'll get to that in another demo. So for right now, you've seen everything you need to know about how to work the Ames lettering guide. Thank you very much for your time. See you next time.